Man, I gotta be honest, I'm a little bummed out right now, and I shouldn't be bummed out. I should be really happy because I'm standing in Vanguard. This game, guys, this is the second one that got away. To me, this game is so much like EverQuest Online Adventure's natural progression that I basically just called it EQOA 2. I stopped calling it Vanguard. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go play EQOA 2, honey. Okay. Because this game, man, it even met with like a similar fate. Not for the same reasons, but it never reached its full potential. This is an incredible game. And I'm sad because there's like 10 people playing it right now. And I don't know if it's because it's early. It's been, they've been working on it. But dang it, I want this game and I want it now. I want it done. I want it complete. Honestly, this is what I want to see EQOA doing. Because this is pretty advanced. They've got most of the stuff, most of the class stuff done. I'm not sure about how the zones and all that are going, but just look at the sky in this game, and that should give you a pretty good indication. The first thing the missus said when I had her come in and check this out, because she hasn't seen it in years, she said, wow, that sky, that reminds me of EverQuest. It's like, yeah, I know, right? Well, I mean, we all know who Brad McQuaid is, I hope, anyways. If you don't know who he was one of the original developers for EverQuest 1. And he made this game, and it kind of got rushed out. It didn't have time to finish development, and, well, just kind of a hot mess because of it. Alright, let's kill this guy real quick. I'm going to try to do this without the keyboard because I've got a mechanical keyboard. It's very loud. But yeah, this one always broke my heart. I started playing it just before they shut it down, like I said. I don't think I was aware they were shutting it down. Maybe I was. I'm pretty sure I started a guild called Till the End. And there were over 100 of us. I watched the video back last night.
Things have been going very good in the game. I've made a lot of friends so far, and I've had a lot of fun. And what you guys are seeing on your screen right now is actually the formation of our guild, Till the End. Things have been going very, very good for the guild. As you can see, we have a lot of members already, and we've only been playing for roughly a week and a half now. Most of the people that seem to be joining our guild are people that had played it in the past, and they want to play it for a little while longer until it gets shut down. It feels like a natural progression of EQOA, and I want to stay here. So I'm really hoping that somebody will strike up a private server.
And I haven't watched it in years, and I was like, what? I didn't have that many people in that guild. What happened there? Because I remember leaving before the game shut down. I don't know, I couldn't stand getting too much more invested into it. I felt myself really starting to get hooked. And it wasn't just fun, it was that old-fashioned feeling, like, oh man, this is home. And then the feeling would come, oh yeah, no it's not, because it's being shut down. It's not. So by the time I discovered this game, it was too late. That's what I'm trying to say to y'all. In a very long-winded fashion, it was just too late. And I'm very glad that it's back up right now, but yeah. I had issues with it last night. I was attacking, and all of a sudden it didn't want to attack. And my character started doing like this weird martial, like a monk deal. And I'm not sure what was going on there, but I had to log out. I tried another character, and it was doing the same thing, so I just bounced out. And I was getting a hankering for a cleric. I always liked dwarven plate users, but I don't like to tank, really. So it's kind of funny that I never really made a cleric in EQOA, but I definitely want to do that. When the game comes back up, it's probably going to be one of the first things I do. Not to mention in EQOA, the death penalty is horrific. It's like, it's not as bad as having to go get your corpse, right? But, you know, debt. Who likes debt? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Now I'm in trouble. But who wants to deal with debt, right? So it's a good thing that it's there. I mean, it makes the world more adventurous and worthwhile. But yeah, and death penalties. You're going to want a cleric to deal with that. So you can, I think they had like a 95% res on them. Something crazy like that. Definitely a lot better than a druid. I remember when people got a res for my druid, it was begrudgingly. They were like, yeah, I guess. It's better than nothing because there was no cleric around. I think even shaman had a better res than we did. I don't know. Necros had a res too, didn't they, guys? I'm not sure how strong the Necro res was. Probably not very good. I imagine the druid res would be better than theirs. But who knows? Maybe not because they deal with reanimating corpses. Maybe they were better than druids for res. Let me know down in the comments because I'm not sure about that. Oh, little delay there. There we go. I think what happens is I'm so used to like double clicking that I auto attack and then I stop in short succession, in rapid succession, and I don't realize what I'm doing. Kind of like right now, I'm not paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing in my quests. I'm just killing stuff for the video's sake. But I had somebody give me buffs last night. She was flying around, and I had to go to bed. I was up way too late. But she gave me all these buffs right here, I think. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell those are way above anything that I'm going to be doing. So she buffed me up. I wouldn't be able to stand in here and take this 3-dot down maybe. I don't know. I probably could, actually. I'm supposed to be somewhere over here right now with my quests. But yeah, I'm not sure how much is done in this. I think you can go into dungeons. Last I read that the bosses weren't there, but they buffed up the enemies. And some people were saying the enemies are harder than they're supposed to be. So this isn't perfect. But they've got more going on here than EQOA does right now, that's for sure. It's nice to be able to run around in EQOA and see all the mobs, but you get that overwhelming feeling where, all right, let's go. Let's roll a character. Let's get this done. I want to start getting my spells. And I've heard from people who make videos on this game. I think it was just one person who said this, but he said that this game had the best classes out of any MMO he's ever played. That's how I feel about EQOA. Whenever I play a mage in any other game, it's just not satisfying to me. It's like, all right, where's the variety? Where's the 4 different pets with a ton of different variants? It's not there. This game, I don't think you have any kind of mage pet class at all, actually. You do have pet classes, but you don't have a mage. And what I liked about mages, they were basically like a mini wizard. They had their nukes hit not nearly as strong as a wizard, but they had the pets to back them up. And, you had your water line, fire, earth, and what was the other one? Wind or lightning. And it just gave you tons of variety. And I don't really see that anymore with mages. Some people, when they make mage classes in their MMOs, they don't even have pets. They call them a mage and they're different. So, I mean, EQOA isn't the authority on what a mage is, but World of Warcraft kind of stuck closely to how our mage was, in a way. But then they only got like 1 or 2 pets or something like that. I can't remember. But, yep. So it's just a thing. Your first MMO, you really like the classes, you get used to them. Like Alchemist, for example. Alchemist is usually a profession in an MMORPG. In EQOA, it was a really cool class that was basically the best at doing AoE damage. I think they outdid Wizards. Wizards were direct damage, and they were AoE damage. So if you had an Elk in a power leveling group, so basically if you had a Shaman that had Avatar, which is a really good buff, that Shaman could take off all their gear, so they don't have to deal with repairs, just rely on Avatar, while the Elk just carried the whole group. It's just really cool how you could do stuff like that. But this game's pretty unique as well. The Druid class feels very different than anything I've ever played before. You've got the Disciple, which is like a monk/healer class. And I haven't played too much of this game, but I am somewhat familiar with it. Oh, that's cool. Look how the sky just went. But yeah, the different environments in this game, I kind of want to show those off instead of just doing quests. So I'm going to go over there towards the swamp. The music in this game, guys, is really good. The sound effects, obviously the foliage is great. Now, if you don't know, when this first came out, it was really hard for people to run it, and that's mostly what killed it, I think, because it was like a slideshow. It had that similar problem that EverQuest 2 had, in that the engine just wasn't great, and to this day, EverQuest 2 still runs like crap for me. Even on this much more modern rig, it still does not handle it very well. But anyways, this game was like that. It was really hard to run it. It was really buggy and unfinished. The end game, I guess it wasn't really there, so people just took off. And you get this sense when you're playing it. You're like, wow, why did this fail? I mean, this seems solid. Like, look at the world around you. Everything that you can do in it is really cool. But if you have a rocky launch, that's killed so many MMORPGs. If your launch isn't solid, I mean, yeah, you're going to have some problems with servers, right? But if your game is needing months of work, especially back then, you could stick a fork in it because it was done. There was loads of competition. It wasn't like with Fallout 76 where everybody just kind of dealt with it for a while and they had a chance to turn it around. Which even that is, the numbers in that game are starting to slip pretty quickly from my estimate. But here we are in the swamp. This place is really cool. I like how thick everything is. It's got like that fog of war that you remember back in the day on PS2 and all the older games. It just makes it look really nice here. Lighting's pretty solid. I think it's a pretty good looking game. I mean, you're dealing with somebody who grew up with the Atari and Nintendo, so you got to keep that in mind. It's not like I'm 20 or something and I'm used to graphics that were always pretty good looking. So it doesn't take much to impress me, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I think this is a pretty game, and I don't think you need realistic graphics in an MMORPG. As a matter of fact, I think that's a detriment. If you look back at games that were going for a more realistic look, they aged very poorly. Very poorly. Any game that does that, as the years go by, it just looks like crap. But then you can log into EQOA, look around, and it's like, wow, how is this still so pretty? Because it was stylized, and they did a lot with the color palette that they were given. The lighting worked really well. The way that they placed different colors on objects and blended the different colors, they put a lot of thought into it. And it wasn't just beefed up graphics for the time. Look at this wisp. That definitely doesn't look like our wisps. Our wisps were like little orbs with like razor blades spinning inside of them.
Trees have to talk about, except the consistency of squirrel droppings.
They might have different variations of wisps, and in fact, I'm pretty sure they do. This one just looks like mist floating around. It's a mist wisp. That's what they should have named it, mist wisp. Oh, check that out. It looks almost like the crystal balls from EQOA. Pretty sweet, man. Can I just pause for a moment and let y'all take this music in for listen to this? I mean, it's just awesome. It adds to the atmosphere. It fits really well. I don't know, man. It's one of those things. If this comes back 100% and that's working really good, this might be where I rest my weary head until EQOA comes back out. You know what I mean?
Know what I mean?
You leave the dark of the Zao marshlands behind you. I like how it says that over here. Oh, there's your classic breath bar. I kind of hopped out of the water. But, this place where I am, this was added after SOE bought the game. And they kind of, I don't know if they tried to add new life to it, but they made this place as a means for new players to actually run into each other. Because, well, you know how it is. You got your classic issue. Hold on, let me turn this down real quick. I reviewed it and I realized it's a little loud. Okay. This tune right here I really like. I don't think I've heard a song in this game that I don't like. The desert area is really cool. I can't wait to get back out there. I don't really remember much about it other than what I saw in my old videos, which I'm going to be linking to, by the way, if I haven't done that already. Uh-oh, feral toad time. Here we go. We're in trouble. Nah, he's going down quick. Look at him. What do you got in your mouth? That's your tongue? It looked like you had a piercing or something. It's like, what the... I don't think I ever killed one. I must have, right? If I came to this island. Anyway, this place is kind of like its own little instanced tutorial. And they did a really good job with it. I typically don't like when they do this because, I mean, let's be honest. The starting cities are really special, right? It gives so much life to the EverQuest games. And even World of Warcraft, your racial starting city, I find, is so important to have. I realize it requires a lot more development because you have to, you know, you can't just put people in one or two starting places, but it gives you that pride of, yeah, that's where I come from, and that connection. Years later, I still think about Surefall and Hollis and all these places where my characters started, and it means something to me. So typically I don't like places like this, but it is a necessity. Just like I don't like the porters in EQOA. They came in after I left. They were necessary because newbies would be stuck. They would never be able to make the coach runs they need to get to groups. They didn't have Invis, you know, nobody was there to port them. So they'd just be stuck, endlessly getting whooped. And you could get through that, right? You could eventually make your way if you're really tenacious, but most people are just going to give up. So they had to do this. It's like, I hate to use the term necessary evil. I don't like those two words ever being conflated. But, well, ever being mixed together. But you know how it is. Sometimes that's a thing. Who's this? He's just chilling over here. Going all rogue style. That looks cool. I like that. That's another thing about this game. The spell effects, I really dig them. Let me see. Did I lose? Nope, that's still up. I think it procs on my mace, but he's got some really cool looking spells after a while. Let's take care of these guys real quick. I'm back over here again. I made my way back over. I'll eventually get off of this island. I don't know. I might actually make a few of these. Especially if the viewership is decent. If you guys are actually showing up for this, then it's worth doing, you know. 400 or 500 views. That's decent enough for me. It's funny how back in the day, if a video didn't hit like 1,500 views, I said it straight up. I said it to private. I just hid it away. There's so many videos like that I made over the years. I'm like, that's just... That didn't make the cut. Get out of here. Next. And now I'm like, 500 will do. Yeah. That's just the way it is. But I want to start covering more MMOs. Maybe get back up to where we were in terms of viewership again. Because I'm into the old school stuff. I always have been. It's just, I don't know. There's really not anything old school to sink your teeth into that isn't like this. And this isn't finished yet. Is that a two-hander? Yeah, it's a two-hander. Can he wield that? I'm just curious. Oops, I keep pressing inventory. It's bag. Yeah, he can. So he can rock a two-hander if he wants. It even gives you a preview so you don't have to do what I just did. Okay. Well, let's rock this for a little while. See how it goes. Come here so I can cave your skull in. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Alright, so there's a bit of a difference there. I don't know if you guys noticed it. I just hit like a frickin' truck. Can you tell I'm an EQ player? I'm like, I don't want to do any quests. I just want to camp. I just want to kill stuff, man. Like, legitimately. That does get kind of stale after a while, where you want to, you know, do a little bit of questing. But in EQOA, you had your armor quests. I'm sure there were a bunch of quests I skipped, so I don't know if I can even speak on this. But the way that I played EverQuest Online Adventures was, well, if it wasn't something that I absolutely had to do, I didn't bother with it. I just wanted to camp with people. I wanted to sit in a camp and just... I'm hailing Fire Imp over here. But you get what I'm saying. I just wanted to talk to people. I don't like to talk over the mic. I never liked that. I never like talking on the phone. It's just something with me. I can't stand it. But you give me a keyboard in an MMO, and dude, I will talk your ear off all night about all sorts of stuff. It's just the way that I am. I like to chat, and I like to just sit in the camp and wait on that Skinner box. Give me something juicy. And then they drop, and oh, he's got nothing. See, he has nothing for you. What is that? Is that a wisp? What are they doing? Oh, they're doing some naughty magic over here. All right, I'll have to stove that head in. Come here, lad. Stay still. He's attacking, right? He's doing his auto attack? Yes? Yeah. Dude, they're not even touching my health. Those buffs must be absolutely insane. Those buffs are going to fall off in 20 minutes, and I'm going to be like, man, come back. That person, they hopped on like 4 different characters. That's why I feel bad that I went to bed. Because they're just flying over. Here's this buff, here's that buff, here's this buff. You can tell they're lonely. There's not a lot of people playing. And I think they wanted to get their warrior off the island with me, because it's easy. Who knows? Maybe I'll run into him again. As I recall, this game was instantly friendly to me. I immediately ended up forming a guild with other people, and it was solid. Everybody was really chill. There was no drama at all. I remember we went to Ratman. There's Ratman camps in this, y'all. And they definitely give you that EQOA vibe. And it's just awesome. It's an awesome game. I'll say this. It's not finished, and I'm going to keep telling you that. Watch this. When I click on this, it should give you a message over here. Castigator's Fury. Alright. Castigator's Fury does not have the melee attacks refresh time reduction yet. Please do not bug report. God bless you guys. If you ever see this, anybody who works on an MMORPG for free, God bless you. You are doing something that you're, and I mean that. I'm not just saying, oh, God bless you. Like, you sneeze. I mean, God bless you, because you're doing something that provides people with just an entertainment and a way to, you know, unwind from the insanity of the world. And I'm finding that in life, that's something that, it's a good thing. It's a necessity. Right? Too much of it's bad. Like, if you don't have an awareness of what's going on in the world, I get mad at my subs sometimes when I'm like, hey guys, you know what's going on? And they don't want to hear it. It's like, well, you gotta hear it. You gotta. But it's also nice to have your escapism. It helps to keep you from getting very bitter. So yeah, man, I mean it. Thank you for everything you do. Everybody who works on private servers, you know we get impatient with you from time to time. We're like, when's it coming out? What are you guys doing? Just hire somebody. Come on. Can't you just, you know? And all the bug reports and people, I'm sure, are not very grateful toward you like they should be. So, yeah, I just want to take a moment to say thanks, y'all. All right, so I kind of had a feeling I was supposed to rescue these guys. Look at him. I think the goblins made a mess over here, do you? I don't know. I can't tell. I hate to see a grown man cry, though. Get out of here. Beat it. I can't blame him. It must have been horrible. It must have been horrific, buddy. It must have been so terrible. Don't you just... When you play these games, I don't know about you guys, but when you got to rescue somebody, which is quite frequently the case, rescue such and such, you know, I just want to rescue the rest of them. It's like, okay, well, I got the 4 I needed. These guys are fine. I think that's the thing they need to fix. Like, when you rescue them, just have them phase out, you know? so that you don't look around and go, but what about the rest of them? Oh, speaking of phasing, welcome back, pal. Man, sit down, son. I feel like a proper badass, but as soon as my buffs drop off, that's it. Back to reality. Anyway, yeah, they should definitely phase. You know, people that need rescue, that what's left of them, they should just go away because it's like, yes, my work here is done. The rest of you, somebody else will come get you. It's fine. I'm out of here. What am I looking for? Examine mysterious device once found. I haven't had this happen to me in an MMO in a while, where you actually have to stop. You have to think. You know, you can't just be running around mindlessly offering commentary without looking and stopping. Oh, look out! Here we go. Yeah, when they're red, I forgot. When they're red, they just straight up attack you. Because when you start off in the game, nothing does that, obviously. He's over there crying.
He'll be crying himself to sleep tonight on his huge pillow.
Alright, I need to find this thing. I'm putting everybody to sleep over here. I was thinking, you know what? I'm going to stay here for a little while and just grind these. Because I want to take advantage of these buffs and try to get some extra levels. Because I know I'm going to run into a wall eventually. I think before you leave here, like I said, it's a little tricky. It'd be good to have another person with me. And I don't foresee that happening tonight. So I'm going to try to get him leveled up. Besides, it's snowing out. There's a massive blizzard outside. And I just want to sit here and watch it out the window and enjoy some old school RPG, MMORPG action. Oh, check this guy out. He's like, I'm done crying. I ain't crying anymore. Good for you, buddy. I wish I had a weapon to give him. Give that man a sword. Oh. That didn't last very long. Come on, man. I mean, you know, you had the courage. It just fled. It's gone. He's back to... All right. Look, the gate's even open for him. You know what I mean? Alright. Anyway, basically all I had to do was this number right here and click on that thing, and I already had it. I'm running around. Where's this mysterious device? I don't know. I can't find it anywhere. Oh, what's up? Oh, okay. I gotta hand this in over here. Alright. Fire imps. That's not good. Wait, I'm picking these up, right? No. No, man. See, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, that's part of the fun, right? It's kind of like being a newbie all over again. Dude, like 7, 8 years, that's a long time. Okay, so yeah, I got to go back up there, and I got to get those portals closed up, and then I get some nifty gloves that are way better than what I've got now. I got your starter trash. It's got no stats on it, man. I put on some wool boots because they had the same AC as these, believe it or not. And they actually had stats, but they were like purple and they looked terrible. I can't. I just can't do it. I don't know. It's a good thing they allow you to hide helmet in these games, or my AC and everything would be... Yeah, I don't think I'd ever have a helmet on because they almost never look good, especially if you've got an epic beard like this fella here. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't look right. Look, I mean, I can show you guys what I mean. Alright, so yeah. It doesn't look terrible. They actually put space under there for his beard. It's not bad. But I mean, he just looks better with the helmet off, in my opinion. Alright, now we gotta close these portals. So they got us coming back over here. There we go. We got this. All the portals are closed. Good to go, man. Alright. Now see, this is where you want some guidance. It's like, wait, where did I... And they come in clutch for you here. They do help you out. They hold your hand a little bit, right? Because up here you can see it's telling you which way to go. I'm going to take these guys out just because they've got 3 dots on them. And in about 3 minutes, it's going to be a lot harder to do. Actually, 1 second, probably. Man, it is really coming down out there tonight. I love it. Nasty winter storm. I'm in here. Got the arcade cabinet going. Got the pinball table fired up. All these LEDs going. Of course, you got to have the different Christmas colors this time of year. It's really cozy in here, man. I wish you guys could see it. All right, I got your portals closed there, invisible lady.
Fair day, traveler.
Here you go. Give me gloves now.
I
Unforgivable.
wish you the best.
Let's see. 4 sources of food in the earth den. And poison them. All right.
May you always have plenty.
They head towards Gaia's house, blah, blah, blah. Lose a disc, get a new one from the hobgoblins and imps. Okay. This is why you should read. It's good to read. It's kind of hard to read and do a video. And, you know, some people do that. I find it kind of boring when they do.
Hey, traveler.
I don't, you know what I mean? I just want to see the action. But I'm probably going to be wrapping this up anyways because it's been going for a while. And this is one of those games you can just keep going for like an hour and a half before you realize, wow. Most people are going to watch this for about 5 to 7 minutes and they're going to leave. Because that's what the analytics say. So going on forever, it's kind of pointless. So I'm going to wrap it up over here in this area that where the sky is... What? I have no idea. I think it's just one of those things. Yeah. It's just one of those things. All right, guys. I thank you all for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.